Hello, welcome to the Quirkless podcast, where we're going to be killing cats and eating babies.
Yes.
We're not going to actually be doing that.
Oh, fuck.
You fucking thought. Yeah, nah, we can't do that on YouTube anymore. We'll get demonetized, even though these videos aren't monetized anyway. Are they? Am I lying to them? Possibly.
We don't get monetization. Anyway, welcome to the Quirkless.
Is it because I said fuck?
No, it's not because we said fuck.
Oh.
I think you need like a subscriber limit now if you want to monetize videos.
It's like 10,000, I think.
Yeah, we can get
So
there.
as soon as we'll get it right as My Hero ends.
Oh, that would hurt.
Well, now we can talk about Dr.Stone instead. If Dr.Stone doesn't end before.
Like My Hero ends, we switch to like a different manga.
We're gonna be covering Berserk.
Then we'd never
but
release an episode, so it's like nothing
Yeah.
changes.
Well, we're gonna call it the Berserkless podcast.
The Berserkless podcast. Yeah.
It has two meanings. So chapter 191, we get ever closer to chapter 200, which is when the prison break arc will be for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just had to bring that up because for the drinking game, of course.
For the drinking game. I know you're out there, Harvey. You're listening to this right now, and you're like, I'm gonna take a shot every time they mention it. So I hope you're ready, fam.
Probably not gonna mention it too much, but it's chapter 91. We got Dabby and Hawks and Endeavor, and that's the two good characters, and then Dabby.
I like
So,
Dabby. Dabby's my
Nothing.
favourite member. Fuck Mr. Compress and fucking twice.
Mr. Compress is way better than Dabby, and
I-
he's way stronger too.
Quirk's
Dabby's
podcast,
just a wannabe
Civil War.
loser.
No, I like Dabby. Dabby just doesn't give a shit about anything, and that's what I love about him.
Well, you see, Dabby was introduced at the same time as Toga, so he's
Mhm.
immediately horrible.
Ah,
Yeah.
makes sense. So,
what's
what's your opinion on Lizard Man?
Spinner?
Yeah.
Spinner's cool. I like how stupid he is. I have a huge thing for stupid characters, just in
Mhm.
general. I love them. So, like, Okuyasu and, like, Denki.
Denki.
And,
I don't like Denki.
You don't like Denki?
I don't have like a high opinion on him. It's just like, he's there.
I keep my What's the opening now? It's not I Keep My Ideals.
No, that was the last one.
I actually like the new opening. Just
I
gonna
like
put
the
that
new
out there.
opening. I love the animation.
That's cool. I really like the music. But I've heard some people don't like it. Also, new opening as in 3 hours ago. Or 3 weeks ago. Hours isn't the correct term.
I think we vaguely mentioned it last episode.
Something like that. We probably did.
So
So
this chapter is very interesting to say. While reading it, there were a lot of emotions, especially at one point in which I just had to like stop reading. I'm just like, I can't, no. I don't want to accept this fact. And it was okay, because I didn't have to, because it wasn't what I thought.
yeah. By the way, I just want to bring this up. I just noticed that Hawks has these like slits, kind of like extra like sleeves in the back of his jacket for his wings, and that's really cool. They look
I wrote down some notes, and in my notes, I specifically put down, Hawks has weird fucking eyebrows.
I think it's just that scene. I know exactly what you're talking about. Kind of looks like he doesn't have eyebrows at all there for a second.
Well, no, he just has like really fucking spiky eyebrows. I'm just like, what the fuck is up
I think
with this?
somebody said that. There's this person on Twitter that I follow who said, like, what if all of Hawks' hair is also feathers?
Mhm.
So in like a last ditch effort, he can like use all his hair and then he's just bald for a few days.
He uses his eyebrows as like mini batarangs or something.
But yeah, it's revealed that Hawks is a traitor and that he hates all heroes in hero society. And then it's revealed that he's a traitor for traitors.
He's a double agent, which I thought was nice.
I really like this.
I'm
Like-
happy he was a double agent and just not straight up a traitor, because I was pissed off originally, like halfway through reading the chapter, because it was like, why would you build up Hawks to be like this guy who legitimately likes Endeavour, and then have him end up turning up against him and working with Darry. I'm just like, why? Makes no
Well, don't you
fucking
know?
sense.
Endeavor's a bad guy. He's a bad character.
He's a bad guy.
He's so evil.
No, but it's an
It's not
interesting
like we
idea.
haven't beat our kids a few times. It's like, oh, what's the big deal?
Yeah, but we find out that he's obviously a double agent, and he was assigned from the Hero Agency. And something which I think is kind of interested, they specifically tell Hawks that he's the only possible person they can see, which to me just tells me that the Hero Agency doesn't really have faith in a lot of the pro heroes right now.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's what it says. Well, I could talk a little bit about the leak chapter, because I do read them. But I think they say, like, I'm just kind of come out here and say, they say something along the lines of, we need to hit them from behind, or like from below and above. So they're attacking on two fronts, which is a good way of thinking about it. And like, I think it's, makes sense. It makes sense that they would want to do that to ensure that they could, cut off the League of Villains, because they are a legitimate threat now. Like before, they really weren't, mainly because for a while they're like, fucking, their leader just kind of sucked at being a leader. He didn't really care for anyone on his team.
He was and like, kind of was, and kind of still is a man-child, to say the least. I feel like I bring him up every episode, but I can never remember his name. Shigaraki.
One of the guys who works on the translation, he has a Twitter account.
Caleb. Caleb Cooks or something.
Caleb Cook, there you go. He brought up that it's it may be the case that all for one for all. Wait, all for one. Fuck, I'm so bad at this. God, it may be the case that All for One just locked him in a basement to like stunt his emotional growth. And I really like that theory, because it's like, yeah, that explains a lot.
I was gonna mention something. Is when Darry exit the scene, he does the similar teleportation to what happened at Kamino, and it's obvious that it's the same quirk. If not, it's really similar, considering it smells. Well, Mirko mentions that it smells, which is the same as the teleportation from last time. And before Darry gets teleported, he mentions Ujiko. What or who do you think that is?
I don't know. I mean, it could. It's obviously. I think it could. Well, obviously, it couldn't be All for One himself, but it's obviously somebody working with All for One. So it's a member of the League of Villains. I don't know necessarily why they would need two teleportation quirks, because, I mean, they already have Warp Gate. I mean,
well, I guess one's like a backup for retrieval if need be.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't need to be present to teleport them, or maybe he is. Maybe he can like split himself up. Maybe the guy's quirk is that he can split himself up. He's like made of goo or whatever. Shoot your goo, my dude. And then and then like the League of Villains members ingest it, which sounds terrible. If the stuff stinks, like imagine how it tastes.
Ugh.
And then at will they can like say, okay, bring me back, and then it expands and takes them to his body or whatever.
Well, from Darry's expression, it didn't seem as if he was purposely trying to escape. It seemed as if he was like almost shocked that he was being taken away so soon. I don't know who Ujiko would be. I tried doing like, this is me being low level theory crafting. I'm like, okay. So I looked up what the name could possibly mean, and the only thing I got was Ko means child, and I'm like, League of Villains isn't going to hire a child. So I have literally no idea who it could be.
Well, Uchiko. What does Uji mean?
I got a search result for the Uji clan. And I'm like, I don't think this is going anywhere.
It could be that it's like a that it. I mean, I don't know anything about this, so I'm not like gonna. But Ujiko, I mean, maybe it could mean, or it could hint the word child in that could possibly point to the fact that it could be the doctor, and because he's like a child doctor or whatever. That's like really far reaching.
Yeah.
But like still, it could make sense.
I guess, but like it's really something that's going to like eventually be revealed. It is nice to see Mirko, by the way. It's a nice change of pace. Finally, a girl. I'm sick of this fucking sausage fest of Hawks and Endeavour. Finally, we get a woman.
I like my gay bromance. It's not gay though. It might be gay, but I doubt it, considering he has a wife that he beats. But that's a part. That's like a...
Well, he didn't beat the wife. He beat the child.
I don't know about that one.
One thing which like really confuses me about the whole Todoroki situation. So yeah, Endeavour was a shit dad. He didn't seem, or from what it didn't hint towards him necessarily beating his wife. It was only necessarily Todoroki and being negligent. But they don't seem to hold anything against Todoroki's mom at all. They just seem to direct it all at him.
That's so weird to me. Like, people are like, why would Todoroki... I'm so sorry, I just gave them that voice. That makes me seem like really condescending. I don't... But it does legitimately bug me that they're like, Todoroki's mom did, like, she did abuse him. She poured fucking hot water on his face, and he was able to forgive her. It isn't out of character for him to want to forgive his parents. I don't think it's, like, out of character for anyone. Like, if that's, like, really hard for me. Like, I don't know.
Like,
but,
I can get it. Endeavour
like, it's
was
like
the one who drove her, like, crazy. But to me, it just seems weird to put all the blame on Endeavour when it was the mom who actually fucking scarred Todoroki, and they don't seem to have an issue with it at all.
And he forgave her, and this is... people are acting like it's, like, a strange move for Horikoshi to make Todoroki care about one of his parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's especially if he cares so deeply about the other one who, I mean, for all intents and purposes, hurt him, like, even more than Endeavour did. Now, obviously, that's up for debate. God, can't speak today. That's up for debate, because, like, we see him vomiting after possibly being punched in the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about, like, that could be, like, he obviously beat him. I'm not defending Endeavour saying, you know, he didn't beat his kids, you people are insane. No, that's obviously the implication. But, I don't know.
It's just
the image of Endeavour.
Because, like, people will often, like, they, like, all the hate is put onto, Endeavour. And, like, no one really, like, talks about the fact that she fucking poured hot boiling water on his face. And she specifically did it because her son was looking more like his dad. And I feel like if it's never brought up, no one in the community usually brings it up. And they just, like, put all this hate on Endeavour. Like, I'm not saying hate on a mentally deranged woman, but you can't just give her a pass and then, like, get all angry when Endeavour... Well, I'm not defending any of it. I'm just like, you need to be able to put...
It's not defending it. It's just pointing out that it's not hypocrisy. It's not, like... It's not out of character for Todoroki to want to have one of his parents, like, survive a fight with a deadly villain. And you can even say that. Maybe Todoroki doesn't give a shit about Endeavour. Maybe he's just like, if he dies, all these people are dead. Like, number one hero goes down to that Nomu, he's just gonna go on a rampage until he finds somebody stronger. Which he isn't gonna find. He's just gonna be cutting through fucking groups of people.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole, like, society level to look at it. Because if the number one hero dies again... Well, All Might didn't die, he retired.
For all intents and purposes,
all intents and purposes, the number one hero just dead. If the other one had to purposely retire from battle again, it'd just be like, what's the point in being... These guys are supposed to protect us, and all they do is, like, keep dying in battle. as like these terrorist attacks continue to go on.
Yeah, I don't know, it's wild to me. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense that you would all the blame just for whatever you do. Don't put all the blame on Endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
He's done terrible things, but it wasn't all him. But yeah, I mean, that's up for debate, obviously.
In the comment section, Endeavor conversations over. So, an interesting thing about Dabi showing up is that he was there to collect the Nomu. And he never actually collected said Nomu.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, it was burnt to crisp. They probably just couldn't get any more data from it.
But, you could say that, but, like, to me anyway, like, it's probably, the Nomu probably is definitely dead. But, like, to me, that still opens up the possibility of the Nomu turning up again. But, like, obviously in a way more deformed state than what it was.
Yeah.
It's just weird for him to specifically mention he was here to collect the Nomu, and then to not collect the Nomu.
I mean, I guess, like, maybe it wasn't really to collect the Nomu. Maybe it was just to show off that, yeah, this was the League of Villains who did this, and maybe it's just an oversight by Horikoshi. They didn't end up collecting the Nomu. Maybe it's just like he wanted to express the fact that yes, this was the League of Villains, and if you thought otherwise, then yeah, well, there you go. But
something just clicked in my head.
What?
So the quirk that was used to teleport Dabi back was a quirk that we know All For One had.
Yeah, or at least he had control of the person who used it.
Okay, so assuming it's All For One owns said quirk, is there a way for Twice to theoretically clone an All For One?
And then that's the one that went into custody?
And, well, either one that went into custody or one that stays at the base purely just for quirk use. Because obviously the quirk isn't... The cloned one isn't going to be as functional as the real one.
Yeah, I mean...
It's probably very unlikely.
Maybe the one in Tartarus currently is not a clone of All For One, but a clone of Toga who drank the blood of All For One.
That would be... I kind of want it to be that just because of how overly complicated that actually is to set up.
Damn it, I was about to say something that happened in the leak chapter that is really exciting, but I just realized I can't because obviously that would be spoilers for anybody who reads this before they read leak chapters, which is probably most people.
I'm a good boy. I don't read the leak chapters. I did, however, decide to go on a 4chan thread about My Hero. I was very bored. I had literally nothing else to do with my spare time. And I'm like, I wonder what... Because people on 4chan are gonna be obviously super negative. I'm like, I wonder what their opinion is on it. And they
4chan's another dimension.
They were very negative on where My Hero was going.
Because there's not enough naked children for 4chan.
No, they were. The entire thread was complaining about a lack of plot progression.
What are you saying? There's. Okay, well, I mean, kind of, but I love how that's literally what happens. People will ask that you develop characters, and then you try to develop characters that aren't the main character, and suddenly the plot isn't progressing because that it's just you can't satisfy people.
I think it's because they're comparing it to. My Hero Academia is more of a school life shonen when compared to other shonens, which are usually set in a world which isn't obviously a school setting. In One Piece, they're constantly moving to island. In Dragon Ball, they're obviously looking for Dragon Balls, so obviously the plot will progress faster because you're not focusing on people who are staying still in one area. You're focusing on people who are constantly moving around.
You know what would be really fucking cool?
What?
Like, only because I want to get a glimpse at American Hero Society. Just to know. I want to see, like, a field trip arc where they go to America.
That would be cool. But wait, would hero licenses, are they like a global thing?
Yeah.
Or they're global
And the
thing?
hero rankings as well. Hero rankings are also based off of region. So there is an American number one hero who is not All Might, at least at the time of Illegals, because we see the number one American hero,
But,
or at least
like if you had a hero license in Japan, does that also give you the right to do hero work within another country?
no, I don't think so, because it's a governmental thing.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely I think that the and maybe like on a play of like on like the idea of gun control and stuff like in America, maybe you don't need a license to use your quirk in America. I doubt it, but maybe
God gave me these gun hands, and god damn, I'm going to use them.
when I was born, I had laser eyes, and if you're trying to tell me I cannot use said laser eyes, I'm sorry. That's just not it gonna go.
What
Okay?
if the bad guy has laser eyes? I need
I
laser.
The only way to stop a bad guy with laser eyes is a good guy with laser eyes. That's what I've been saying all my life. That'd be so cool.
Like,
What if the number one American hero at the time of Boku no Hero, My Hero, whatever, fucking not Illegals, but like what if he's just a hick with laser eyes, and he talks in like a really hard, like strong Southern accent. And he's like, well.
But what if he's like
Another...
really well eloquent, like he's really smart as well, so he'll come out with these like really smart sentences,
like, yeah,
except he sounds like a redneck.
Yeah.
And has
and him and yeah, that'd be really funny. I want to see American Hero Society. It just because I'm from America, I guess. And I don't think they're
sanctioned by the UN due to doing hero work outside of their own borders.
Oh, that probably would happen, honestly. I wonder how the UN handles superpowers. Probably not well, considering how they handle things in the real world. Ooh, put up the political button.
North Korea, except they have quirks.
Oh yeah. It's just that's actually kind of terrible.
When you do start looking at like quirks on like a worldwide basis, like, you know, like some like militaristic power will want just like will purposely genetically engineer quirks for their militaries. Like that like, wait, obviously they're just focusing on Japan, but like if you were to have this be a global like series,
story,
there'd be so much like really horrible shit going on when it comes to how quirks are used.
Yeah, like especially like, you know, like hardcore military families in America. Like they're all about like going into the military, fighting for your country and shit. Imagine adding quirks to that. So you're basically forced to marry someone with a combat ready quirk in order to like serve your country and shit. God, it'd be so weird. I don't think like I hate to like doubt Hirikoshi, but I don't think he could really like do a story from an American perspective like that. Like because as much as My Hero is based off of Japan or off American superheroes, it's definitely a Japanese story. I would love to see. I really want to see stories in My Hero's universe outside of Japan.
I don't like personally. I don't think when he was writing the story, he thought probably the only time he thought about the globe and quirks was, oh yeah, I need to think of where quirks origin from. China. Cool, whatever. But like China. I don't think, like, he probably just wants to keep it simple, centralized in like this Japan area, and not go like, because obviously if you made it on a global scale, you start realizing that there's a lot of shitty people out there that would like take these practically weaponized humans and go fucking haywire with it.
Yeah. God, if My Hero was reality, it'd be really sad.
It would be, actually. The fact that animals can't have a chance of developing quirks also seems like it'd be a problem. Like in JoJo, where the rat somehow happens to get a stand. Imagine just like a rat which has laser eyes.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Nezu is, I believe Nezu is actually a result of genetic, tampering or whatever, so I don't know if animals can actually have quirks.
I think I'm not sure about that, but I heard that Nezu was like a rare case of an animal developing a quirk. He could have been like,
And then he was tested
genetic.
on, that's right.
Yeah, but like, we still don't really, we know where quirks originated from, but we don't really know how they were caused and how they went so extreme. There's like fan theories out there that quirks,
Well, there's even a
origins.
theory posited in universe that wasn't it like a plague from rats?
Well, I was
That,
gonna say aliens. Like, there's some fan theories out there which are along the lines of that the quirk's origin is in alien tampering or in some sort of
God,
alien
I hope
nature.
not. God, I hope not.
My hero, except it's now into a galaxy level.
That would be so lame, because it'd basically be kind of a ripoff of the Inhumans from Marvel, and the Inhumans suck. So, like, real bad.
So back on the chapter, one
Yeah.
thing which I think is really funny is when Hawks is walking back and he's all mopey about obviously Dabby not completely trusting him and him thinking about the situation he's currently in. Just the one sword wing he's got attached.
Yeah, I really like how he just hangs it up. Begs the I guess like his power is sort of psychic, so he can just hold his feathers there, or maybe they attach back in. But I
I think
believe,
he might have little bones in which where the feathers attached to him.
yeah, but it's also like he can psychically control them, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because he can control them in air.
So then
But
we cut to
yeah,
Endeavour with looking beaten up.
yeah, I like. You know what it reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
What was the scene in back after the overhaul arc,
Mm-hmm.
where it's Kirishima and he's wrapped up in the bandages and he's like, "I'm a mummy."
I can kind of see that. There's a funny post on Twitter, where it's Hawks and he's holding a little plate and it has a bunch of eye patches on it and he's just like, "Which one do you want?" And then Endeavour just looks pissed. I know. God, that pissed me off. I saw a picture in which where he doesn't actually lose his eye. I'm just like, why?
Well, I mean,
That's the only spoiler I'll say that I saw. The fact that he doesn't lose his eye is
I don't think it's too big of a deal. I mean,
It-
yeah, but he has the scar on his face, and I think that's
Mhm.
really enough. Because
yeah,
it's like,
it's symbolic.
yeah, scars are pretty like, scars are pretty like symbolic in My Hero, of course, because like Deku has all his scars and
Mhm.
shit.
One thing which I think would have been funny is if Hawks had his hands really badly injured in the fight, just to be a parallel of when Todoroki, after the Stain arc, is just like, it's weird. Whenever I'm involved in hero work, someone's hand always has to pay the price.
Oh, and then Endeavor breaks both hands every time somebody works with him. It's symbolic. I'm the hand crusher.
I am the hand crusher, crusher of hands. One thing which is kind of disgusting is on the same page where Dabby is just like thinking back. It's kind of funny when you think about it. It's just like, oh yeah, Snatch. I remember that guy, kinda. But like, what he's like reminiscing, like blood just starts oozing from one of his scabs.
Oh, gosh. Damn, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, God, I
I
guess
like
that
Dabby, but he's
I
fucking
guess that
disgusting.
I guess that answers one question, if those scabs were real or not. And oof. Guess they are.
I like Dabby, but the more close-up shots we get of him, the more disgusting he really is.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to say about the chapter?
Yeah, I think, I'm really excited for what's to come. Mainly because Hawks didn't die at all in this arc, and I thought he was, and that's totally fine by me. Him not dying, at least yet, is fine.
I don't want him to die.
I don't want him to die either, but, I mean, he's going to.
Hawk's wings are red.
You know, that may or may not be true. Because we saw the 4th anniversary art, but, I mean, everybody's in Bakugo's colors. So how true that is, I don't know. Well, I guess, like, it is his, like, physical body being shown, so, like, I get they didn't change anybody else's hair color. But it's also, like, it's technically a part of his costume as well.
I think the wings are red. Apparently, because there's a Marvel hero who has wings, and that who are also red, which might be a reference to that.
If you're talking about Angel from the X-Men,
I think it's a guy.
Yeah, I know Angel's a guy.
Oh, it's fucking. That's how like out of X-Men Marvel shit I am, because
honestly, I hate X-Men. So, okay,
yeah.
his wings aren't red. His costume overall is just red.
Okay.
I like how a lot of people are really obsessed with X-Men, and I'm just like, can I just see Moon Knight, please? Please give me more Moon Knight.
The only thing of X-Men I remember is like the little bits of the TV show that I saw on television when I was younger.
I feel so jealous of X-Men because they're gonna be treated really well. But you know who wasn't treated very well? My favorite hero, Iron Fist. I'm so mad. I'm still mad. And I'll never not be mad.
Well, overall, I thought the chapter was good. I liked it.
I really like Hawks. Like, I can't stop loving Hawks. He's just so cool.
I'm just happy he's not actually a traitor, and like that. I love his. I think his relationship with Endeavor's gonna be fun. Like almost like a cop buddy type thing.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop. Small cop, dad cop. Bird cop, fire cop.
Bird cop, fire cop. Is there anything you want to show?
Yeah, Dr.Stone. It's pretty fucking epic. Go read it if you like good things.
You can buy it in the Viz, Shonen Jump, not sponsored.
Don't buy it. They don't let you buy backlog, so you need to go read it illegally. Shh.
But I think Dr.Stone might have some volumes that you can buy.
I'm not gonna buy volumes unless I know I like something.
Well, you like it now. You showed it.
Yeah, but I'm not making that decision for them.
Oh, okay.
Plus, they don't sell the volumes physically, so I'm gonna wait until they do that, which they'll probably never do in America, at least.
I'm sure that
if it gets animated, I'm sure they will. But like, yeah,
yo, Dr. Stone anime.
What?
Yo, Dr. Stone anime. That would be cool.
I hope so, cause like I think it's like different enough from the current like big shows going on that like it could work really well. It's a different kind of shonen. I don't even know if it's considered shonen. I guess shonen really isn't like a genre, but like, let me look it up.
It's gaining a lot of traction. Shonen just refers to manga which is aimed towards young boys.
Yeah, but like, it's an adventure science fiction series. That's an app. God, the Wikipedia for this for Dr. Stone is so scarce.
Well, it is a new series. I don't really have anything I want to show. I have been watching a lot of One Piece recently, so I guess I'll show One Piece. It's good. There's a lot there, but I feel like slowly getting through the anime while watching it with a friend is good. So,
just Googled. Oh, by the way, I just Googled this. The volumes will be getting a physical release in September, so Dr. Stone is coming to the West. I never expected that, honestly. It seems
now you can buy them.
Go buy them, please. I love this.
Out. Okay, so thank you guys for listening.
Just kidding. Fuck you. If you listened all the way here, fuck you.
No, thanks for listening. Tell us your thoughts on the chapter in the comments below. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.